Project Hail Mary. You probably heard of it. Well, I have seen it. Do you wish to hear about it? Let me tell you about the feelings I have regarding this film. Project Hail Mary is adapted from the novel of the same name, written by Andy Weir of The Martian fame. The movie screenplay was written by Drew Goddard, and the film was directed by the very talented duo of Phil Lord and Christopher Miller. Project Hail Mary is a science fiction film that is truly the embodiment of the indomitable human spirit, and a story about hope above all else. The story of Project Hail Mary follows Ryland Grace, a school teacher turned astronaut who wakes from a coma with amnesia on a spaceship, only to realize he is on a perilous journey that is essentially a suicide mission to save humanity from an alien microorganism that is dimming the sun. As he uncovers his memories, the key to saving the world may come from an unlikely friendship. If you haven't gotten a chance to see this film, I urge you to go see it in theaters. This movie is one of the most beautiful and breathtaking films I have had the pleasure of watching. The film was cinematographed by the ever-amazing Greg Fraser of the Batman, Dune trilogy, and Rogue One, a Star Wars story fame. If you can, try to see it in IMAX, as it is most definitely worth it to see it in a higher aspect ratio. This film proves that the director duo, Lord and Miller, can be interested with creating wonderful sci-fi movies, and couple that with the fact that they produced the Spider-Verse films. It is clear that when they are fans of an IP and or are hired to do a project, they can and will deliver. This film has a net budget of $200 million, and with the success that this film has achieved at the box office, it broke records as Amazon's highest grossing film ever, with a $300 million global total in just 10 days. The sci-fi epic also had the biggest opening in 2026 so far, with a $140 million opening, and being a non-franchise film that has been dominating the box office. This has hopefully signaled to the Hollywood execs that the movie-going audience are not tired of the cinemas, they're just tired of not good movies, and so long as the story is worth telling and showcasing, the general audience will show up. It is clear that Project Hail Mary uses its budget wonderfully, with practical sets and visuals, along with aspects of CGI sprinkled in. The film has garnered a strong base of fans composed of both readers of the book and those who got introduced to the book after watching this beautiful movie, where those behind the camera and on the camera have shown that they put a lot of time and care and effort into telling a hopeful story about the triumph of the human spirit and camaraderie. The majority of the film is set on a spaceship, and it was interesting to learn that they made it practically from the inside out and used no green screens on the set. Just keep in mind that no green screen means exactly that, and there were still a lot of visual effects being used, and those visual effects are wonderfully made by the teams at Framestore, ILM, Industrial Light and Magic, and Sony Pictures Imageworks. Project Hail Mary is more than just a film. It is food for the soul, in the sense that in tumultuous times, this film has helped to instill a lot of hope and emotion into me and the audience at large. It acts as exactly what we need, a film about hope in the face of adversity, hope in the face of despair. It is a film about connection. It is a film about the necessity of cooperation. It is about sacrifice, and it is about optimism in the face of hopelessness. The soundtrack was perfectly composed and curated by the ever so talented Daniel Pemberton of Spider-Verse fame, which perfectly encapsulates the feelings of particular scenes and gives a sci-fi vibe throughout the film. Very rarely does a soundtrack ever elicit an emotional response from me, but in the case of Project Hail Mary, there's a particular track that plays during a very emotional and heavy scene, and every time I hear it, I get teary eyed. Let me play a little snippet just for you. The cast of Project Hail Mary gave some of the most hilarious performances ever, as well as portraying some very complex characters such as Ryan Gosling portraying the main character of the story, Ryan Grace, and Sandra Huller as Eva Strott. I won't go into specifics as I want this to be a spoiler-free review, but watching this film, it's clear that this is one of Ryan's best performances, and he especially shines when he shares scenes with Huller's Eva Strott, Lionel Boyce's Carl, and James Ortiz's Rocky. The bulk of the comedy and emotional beats come from when Ryan Grace meets and befriends Rocky, and their friendship and kinship are what carries the audience throughout the second half of the film, from middle to end. All while the front half of the film, we are carried by the mystery surrounding how and why Grace, a school teacher, ended up on the spaceship on a mission to save humanity. If I were to rate this film, I would give it a 10 out of 10, a perfect film. I urge you to go see this wonderful adaptation of one of the best sci-fi books in recent years, and with that we get a film adaptation that has been very faithful and shows that cinema is very much still alive and is worth seeing in theaters, as stories like Project Hail Mary are the reason I will forever and be a fan of movies. You will not regret watching this film. Until next time, and until then, please do feel free to like and comment and subscribe. If you've seen the film, let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. And again, until next time, thank you for watching.